I've started and helped scale more than 150 e-commerce stores, some of which have done over $1 million in a single day. Yes, that's $1 million in a day. And in this video, I want to share with you every single thing that I've learned, including the mistakes that I've made so that you don't have to make them when starting your e-commerce business. For 3 months now, I've been summarizing and jotting down everything that I do in my e-commerce businesses, what I've done in the past, what I've learned, and I've put it all into this one video. It's the video that I wish I had 10 years ago when I was starting my e-commerce business. We're going to cover a lot of things in this video. We're going to cover understanding your product, setting up your store, where to get customers from, how to optimize your store, understanding the analytics, how to do customer service, how to get reviews. Everything that you need to starting an e-commerce business is going to be in this video. And at the end, I'm going to give you a checklist that you can use when starting your e-commerce business. You can't have an e-commerce business without a product. The product is the pivotal thing that makes or breaks your e-commerce business. Now, I don't want you to just sell any typical product. Now, I want you to think, does your product actually solve a problem? If we're just selling the same thing as everybody else, we're not going to be able to cut through the market. And the only way we're going to win is if we outspend our competition. And I promise you, competition has bigger pockets than you. Not only should your product solve a problem, it needs to carve itself out a niche in the market. It needs to be just different enough that you can market it using your own messaging. As an example, if you think about teeth whitening, there's so many teeth whitening solutions out there. You can get them from your local grocery store, you can get them online. Now, it's a huge trend. And if we want to get into that market, we can't just be the same as everyone else. We need to stand out. If you look at a brand like Hi Smile, those guys stood out. They noticed the trend, but they want to differentiate themselves in the market. So they didn't use the same ingredients as everyone else. They realized that people didn't like putting chemicals in their mouth. So they chose an all natural ingredient product and they went to market having all natural teeth white. They jumped on a trend, they solved a problem, and they niched down. So I want you to find that in the product that you choose. Solve a problem, meet a need, niche down in the market. Now that you've got your product, we need to find a place that we can sell it. There's 3 ways that you can sell something online. The first one is by using a hosted platform. This is the most common these days. And this is using a platform such as Shopify, Ecommerce, Squarespace. What it means is someone else looks after all the technology and all you do is pay them a monthly fee to use their service. The other type of platform is called a self-hosted platform. And this is tools like WooCommerce or Magento. You need to set up all the servers and manage all the technology, but you don't need to pay that monthly fee to the service provider because you own the website. And then the final way to sell online is via a marketplace. This is places like Amazon, eBay, Walmart. Those sorts of places you can upload your products directly to and they do the selling for you. The difference here is you don't really need to pay a monthly fee in most cases. You just pay a commission on every sale that you make. Now, once you've decided on the platform you want to sell on, we then need to enrich the product information. Now, the more detailed the product information is that you put online, the more chances are that people are going to buy it from you. If you just have a title and one photo, people aren't going to understand what it is that they're buying. So we want to make sure we have at least 5 photos of our product. If we can add a video, that's a bonus. And we need to have a really detailed product description. I actually created a ChatGPT cheat sheet that helps you write product descriptions on your Shopify store. I'll link it up here somewhere in one of the cards. The next thing you need to do is set up a payment gateways because we need to be able to take the money from the people that want to buy things from us. And I recommend setting up buy now, pay later services such as Afterpay or Klarna or whatever service is in your region. You'll also need an email account to receive emails from your customers and do some customer service. I just use Google G Suite and I link my email into that. The great thing about using Google G Suite is it means that as we build things out on Google, such as ads and analytics, we're going to be able to use the single account across all Google properties. You've got your product, your store's set up, now let's get some customers to it. We've got 3 different ways that we can get traffic. The first one is by using ads where we pay for our customers. We can use places like Facebook ads and Google ads. The difference between the two is Facebook ads, we put our ads in front of people that aren't expecting it. They're not necessarily looking for your product, but they may be interested in it. This is what we call generating demand. Google ads, on the other hand, is where we capture demand. If someone goes into Google, they'll type in what it is that you sell and your ad is going to come up and they're likely to click the ad. You're going to need both those types of ads running to get the best amount of traffic and the highest converting traffic to your store. The second way to get traffic is by using SEO. I created a little SEO tutorial. Again, there's going to be a card here somewhere that shows you how to SEO your Shopify store. SEO is the strategy of optimizing your your store in such a way that search engines can find it. So when someone searches for your product, instead of paying for the ad, your site is going to come up organically, and it means that someone is going to click your link. That's where it's called ranking on Google. And the next most important way to get traffic is by using email marketing. When someone lands on your store, we want to capture their email address. Whether they buy or don't buy, we still want to be able to communicate to them after they visited your store. This is where email marketing really comes into play. If we get their email address and they decide not to buy, we can send them emails reminding them of our products, we can send them offers, and we can continue to promote to them because we want them to remember that we exist. And the same thing goes if they do buy, we want to continue to get them to buy again because it's much easier to get a customer that's bought from you before to come back and buy from you again. So email marketing is an amazing strategy. So now that we've got customers coming to our store, what happens when they don't buy? Well, this is where we need to start understanding the analytics. Now, we use a number of analytics tools on our stores. If you're using something like Shopify Analytics is pretty good. It tells you what sort of revenue you're getting, where the customers are coming from, how much they're spending, and enough information for you to run your store at an okay level. If you really want to level up, you're going to have to install a tool such as Google Analytics. And the great thing about this is it is free and it has so much information. And why I like it is it puts all the information in one place. It tells you where people are coming from, what they're doing on your store, how they're checking out, who they are, all the information that you need to know to run your store. And then there's other tools such as Triple Whale or Northbeam, and these are really sophisticated analytical tools that you're going to use as your store scales. It has marketing efficiency ratios, it has CPAs, blended ROASs, all the big terms that you're going to learn over time. It's built directly into this analytical platform, and it's something you're going to need down the track. But what good is that analytics if you don't know how to read it? So the next part is conversion rate optimization. And what we need to do is use that analytics and then understand what's happening on our store so we can tweak it to encourage people to buy from us. And this is where conversion rate optimization or CRO comes in. Some stats you're going to need to be aware of are these. Bounce rate. That is basically if someone hits your store and leaves straight away and they bounce. We want to have a really low bounce rate. We're talking under 50%. We want to make sure that everyone that comes to our store browses and does things. Then there's an additional one which is called exit rate. And this is what page do people exit on and at what rate? Let me give you an example why this is important. Let's just say people come on your store and they're browsing around, they're not bouncing, but there's a high exit rate on certain pages. Let's just say one of those pages is your shipping page. What that tells me is that when people get to the shipping page, that they're not happy with the shipping, so they're leaving. We can then look at our shipping page, adjust it, and hopefully keep people there. We can do the same thing on our blog pages, our product pages, our home page. If we're getting a high bounce or a high exit rate, it means that we've got problems on those pages. And one of the other things to understand around analytics is where people are coming from. What traffic sources they're coming from. In Google Analytics, we can see everywhere that your visitors come from, whether they're coming from Facebook ads or Google ads or email or SEO. What we can do is we can drill down right into every single traffic source to see how it's performing. We can see if someone's coming from Facebook, how many sales are they making? If they're coming from Google, how many sales are they making? If they're coming from SEO, how many sales are they making? We can then tweak our ads or our copy or our website to help the stats go up at each channel individually. Now that we're getting sales, we're getting traffic, we're getting all the things, what we want to do is we want to get feedback from our customers. I recommend installing a reviews app. Not only is this great to get feedback from our customers about our products, but this is something that we can then show on our product page to give social proof to other customers that we're going to buy from us. This is a really awesome way to boost your conversion rate. If you look at places like Amazon, every single product has tens and thousands of reviews, and you're more likely to buy products that have higher number of reviews. So you want to do the same thing on your store. If you're just starting out, I recommend an app called Judge Me. It's really awesome. It's really cost effective, and it does every single thing you need it to do to bring reviews onto your store. Now that we're serving our customers, we need to make sure we have amazing customer operations in place. I recommend installing an app for live chat. Live chat is basically the way that you can speak to your customers in real time. I'm sure you've seen it before when you've jumped on an e-commerce store and the little things popped up on the side and they've asked you if you needed any help. This is a great way to interact directly with your customers and try and sell them in this live chat. We recommend using something like a Shopify inbox. It's free. It's really easy to use. Using something like Tidio, which is a live chat app, or if you want to go all in, using an app such as Gorgeous, which is a full customer service tool. This tool not only does the live chat, it does email support. It also does DM support and SMS support. It's a really awesome tool. Now that sales are coming in and you're looking after your customers, we now need to go into the final thing, which is understanding your finances. Finances are the biggest thing that cripple e-commerce businesses if they don't do them right. So there's a couple of ways I want you to look at your finances. We're going to do it from top to bottom. Let's just say you sell a product for $100, okay? What we want to understand is how much does that product actually cost you? And this is called the cost of goods. Let's just say you've got an 80% margin, which means your product is 20% of your cost. That means it'd be $20. So someone's paid you $100 and it's cost you $20 in product. You've now got $80 left. That's what we call your gross profit. Now, of that gross profit, you're gonna need to run your business. You're gonna need to spend money on ads. You're gonna need to spend money on overheads, such as your fees, your staff, taking photos, doing all the things that you need to do. And then when we deduct that, that's what we call our net profit. So the goal for you is making sure that the difference between your gross profit and net profit isn't greater and we don't go into negative. So if we're making $80 on that $20 order, we want to make sure that we're going to keep some of that $80. Now, if you've got a product that has a low margin, so you might sell it for $100, but actually costs you $80 and not the $20, it means you've only got $20 left to spend on your business. So this is where unit economics come in. We need to make sure that gross profit margin is great enough so you've got enough money to spend on running your business. Can't get that right, you're not going to be able to spend money on ads, you're not going to be able to build the team, and you're just not going to be able to scale. That's going to be the success or the failure of your e-commerce store. So now that your e-commerce business is humming along and you've got customers coming in and you're making profit, what we want to do is we want to continually learn. Now, obviously, you know all about YouTube. There's heaps of great mentors on here and experts that you can learn from. But what I urge you to do is engulf yourself in this e-commerce community, because there's so much to learn from other people. Follow people on YouTube, listen to podcasts, get yourself a mentor, do as much courses as possible, because the more you learn, the more you earn. And I really want you to be successful. It's the thing that I learned when I was starting out. I learned as much as I could. I just absorbed everything so that one day when I needed to use it, I could just pull it out of my bag of tricks, or I could hire someone and understood exactly what it was that they were doing. Now, as I promised at the start of the video, I was going to give you a checklist that you guys can use when starting your e-commerce business. It's called the E-commerce Fast Start Guide, and I created it myself based on everything that I've written down in this video. So you can get it by clicking in the description below. It's free. I don't want anything from you. I just want to help you guys out. Now, if you did find this video useful, I'd love it if you could subscribe to my channel, comment down below what you loved and what else you'd love to learn, because I just love creating videos like this. Now, if you did want to level up your e-commerce business, I do work with emerging e-commerce entrepreneurs to help them get to $10,000 a month. And I run a program which is called the E-commerce Bootcamp. Details are down below. So if you're interested, hit me up on the bootcamp and I'd be more than happy to work with you.